Hello, I thought today we would do a Mercy VOD review. I've done one before, but I didn't actually bother talking that one. This is a pretty long game. I believe the rank was Plat 2 to Plat 1, but it reminded me a lot of the games I had when I was in Diamond and Masters, which for the record I haven't been in quite a few seasons now. It's been rough, but I've been climbing back up. I'll try to damage boost the Pharah as much as possible because, you know, Pharahs take a lot of damage, they take a lot of pressure, it can be rough. But here, I pressed Pharah honestly mostly because I wanted to farm clips for my montage. And falling soul reses look really good when you put a little bit of slow-mo on them, you put some filters, you do a little zoom. I couldn't resist it. Had they had like a widow or something, I would have probably died. I really thought the res would cancel because I started it a little early, so the soul was a little too high up for my liking, and it is possible to fall too far down and cancel the res, which would be unideal. Here, things are awkward. I really wanted to go with my Sojourn, but I just couldn't get an angle and then they get gripped. I think it was out of range, so it defaulted to GAing to the Reinhardt who I was beating. Here, I just wasn't paying attention to see if the Reinhardt was going to charge away. This really scared me. I really thought the Hanzo was going to kill me, but I feel so bad because I could not heal the life leader because of the goddamn payload. It was just awkward, it was sad. Here again, I was hoping the Reinhardt would play on buoyant or a little more conservative, but he didn't, so I have to go help him. At this point, I don't have much of a choice other than to heal him. I probably should have just stayed downstairs. Thought I could get past this doorway 2 different times, and I freaked out. I pulled out my Glock. At that point, it was probably the best thing I could have done. I hurt the Hanzo a lot. I'm just glad he didn't one-shot me. My team clutched up, and I was grateful of that. It's very nice when your teammates actually do their job, so then you can also focus on doing your job instead of focusing on purely survival or purely making up for their mistakes. Here, I could really be with either the Soldier or the Sojourn. They're both fine picks, but I think the Sojourn was doing more here, so I stayed with her, and also I didn't really want to risk flying across the entire map just to swap to a different DPS. But I like this positioning because I can help both DPS, and here I can even help my own Reinhardt if he needs it. Then I Valk because he's low health, and then I swap back to damage boosting. It's a little sad because I can't damage boost enough people. I should have positioned differently faster. I didn't think the BAM would come for me, but at this rank I should expect that, and since I haven't played in these games in a long time. BAMs in low plat games don't really bother shooting you, or if they do, they miss. Here, being on high ground is great. This is where I should be. Honestly, looking at it, I'm healing more than I would like to be, but I don't think I can blame myself, because everybody's constantly critical, and I'm not sure Lately when to see all of them or heal them fast enough, because he has to charge his heals a little bit before they start applying. I mean, technically not, but it would do little to no healing if he doesn't. This is awkward. But sticking with him while he's visoring is great. Probably best case scenario. You know, I'm a little worried that somebody else is up there. They're gonna shoot me in the back of the head, but I wasn't sure if anybody else was gonna shoot the Ana. I realistically should have swapped back, damage boosting the Soldier sooner, and maybe she would have died faster. Here, I don't want to waste my time pushing point when somebody else is doing it, so I can push forward and damage boost the soldier as much as possible. Preferably avoid healing if possible, but letting your teammates die is not good if you don't want to do it. I wanted to go for the res, but then I saw the enemies were pushed out, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna back up, I'm not gonna do it. But then later on, they backed up, while Ryan went forward, I could get the res. That was nice, it was pleasant. Here, what can you do? You die. That happens. As always, damage boosting the DPS. Making sure there isn't somebody up there, because that could be devastating. Moving to the other side because there is in fact somebody up there. I didn't want him to shoot me in the back of the head. I have Valk so I can catch up to the team since some of them are going forward even though the others are stuck at the back. I see that the Hanzo is just shooting down at everybody and nobody else seems to be paying attention to him, so I figured I should just take him down. And then I back up since our tank is dead. Our Sojourn goes to the other high ground. I should go over there so he can put up more pressure. Our Life Weaver can keep the soldier alive. Here, I honestly don't like that I moved over to this side because it would have been safer on the right side, though I think the Sojourn would have been too far and my beam would have disconnected. As for the res, imagine the Hanzo can see me. The Hanzo could see the Sojourn and kill her, so he could probably see me. Or the Sigma could toss a rock, or potentially, if they had somebody like a Genji or Kiriko, they could climb up to me and kill me. I didn't want that to happen, so I decided to jump off the ledge so I could get cover. I'm stuck between two one-shot DPS. I wanted to position inside, but I saw the Sigma balls in there, so I was like, no. I cannot go into that hallway or I will just die, so I dropped down. Here, I want to get to one of the DPS, preferably both. Soldier lets me get to him, which is good. I have to heal up the tank because I don't think Life Weaver can see him for long enough to heal him properly. He gets antied, so you swap to damage boost. There's no point in healing people when they're anti, you're just providing zero value then. Our Sojourn ults, so obviously I tried to go help her. You almost never want to be standing directly next to your DPS. I see that the bat is essentially one shot. I don't think my DPS, my Sojourn, is paying attention to him considering everything else that is happening, so I finish him off. Here I tried to position on the high ground that used to be up here, but found out it's no longer there. I should have positioned back into the little room over there that I was at before, but I felt too committed to sitting up on this quote-unquote high ground that I have now decided must exist. It ended up working out because the enemies were too focused on the point to notice that I was just floating right behind and above them, but you shouldn't count on that to be the case, because if you assume people are too bad to kill you, and you do stupid things like flying out into the open, eventually you're gonna hit a point where people are good enough to kill you. Our Ashe tries to Widowmaker. Luckily, she died next to this corner so I can res it. I don't want to get pushed into this tiny little room by D.Va, which is why I play off the side, but I have to make sure to not jump up too much or linger anywhere too long since the Widowmaker is positioned right there. With our Reinhardt dropping to low ground, I thought he was going to go into this room again, so I make the mistake of going in and being left with a D.Va. I would say if you don't have any teammates around, it's always worth it to shoot people, even if it won't really accomplish anything, because, you know, at least you're doing something. I would like to be on high ground, so I can help people, but it's a little sketchy. I see the soldier is one shot, so I try to finish him off, but I don't want to overcommit to the kill if I can't get it immediately, and I was scared that D.Va would turn around and start retaliating me for my murder attempt. Here, I'm so far away from the other half of my team, I really felt the need to Valk for the extra GA and beam range. I go to help the Reinhardt. I really should not have gone back up to high ground. I think I was wanting to try to kill the soldier again, but I did not end up going for it, so I just dropped back down and went for the health pack. Our Reinhardt charges really far in. Juno can't help. I choose not to help because I think I would have perished in the attempt. It's better to just die quick so you can respawn with your teammates. Here, I really hate this section of the map on defense. It's awkward to be in that doorway because the enemies get such good sight lines from killing you. And there's some very awkward movement here. I'm trying to play as far back on the high ground so they can't see me. Admittedly, I don't pay enough attention here to what's going on below me because the Reinhardt is just suddenly one shot. I don't know what happened. I presume I could have helped had I paid more attention. But now we have no tank, and their tank is running us down into our spawn doors essentially. The Reinhardt comes back, helps us. I got a res on point for free, just in case the enemy suddenly spawned on point. I don't think the res was necessary, but it was nice. You know, I wanted to do it. I wanted to feel helpful. Sometimes it be like that. There is no way in the world that even if I had res up, I would have been able to res. Things are looking shakier. Ryan is anti. I make a last-ditch effort to Valk to keep him alive, but it does not work. I use my Valk and my movement to stall for point for as long as I can, and somehow, miraculously, I managed to get a res on the Ryan. Unfortunately, it does not matter. Here I swapped to Send because I just didn't feel like I was getting the value I wanted off of Mercy. I felt like there was too much pressure, too much chaos. Hopefully the Discord orbs would help us kill the enemies faster, which would result in the better stability for the team. I'm kind of just spamming whatever I can. It's not resulting in much, and Queen lands a huge knife on me. I was silly enough to fall for her trap, which was the goddamn doorway. But looks like my team's got it. Sometimes there's nothing you need to do, but remember, you can't count on your teammates. Quite frankly, counting on your teammates, unless you are queued with them and calming with them, counting on your teammates is one of the stupidest things you could do in this game. Every time that I've tried to believe in the abilities of my teammates, it has resulted in nothing but pain. This doesn't mean you should shit talk them, by the way, but just don't expect much. much. As always, pocketing the soldier. Just trying to keep the soldier alive, hoping that the Reinhardt knows his limits and the Ana can help him. I'm kinda stuck pushing the payload with soldier, and honestly I think that was the better play regardless. They finally notice and come up behind us, so I have to reposition as if we are on defense and they're on attack. But it's just me and soldier. The enemies push up further, so my sick ass positioning doesn't really matter. I do what I can to try and stay alive to hopefully contest the point longer, but my efforts are in vain. It's 3-3 now, so it's winnable, but it's gonna be hard. We did not get the point that far, unfortunately, and the enemies have so much more time than we do. But never give up hope, except when you should. Damage boosting the soldier here instead of soldier because I was worried about people coming onto high ground or them having a sniper or something, so I wanted to keep behind cover. Our soldier dies so quickly and the Hanzo looks at me, so I just try to move out of the way. Again, the same thing that happened on the last defense. I tried to play off the side, but we get pushed back further. Ana dying would be bad. Luckily this area doesn't have that much charge, so I'm able to keep the Ana alive. And finally, I got to high ground so I can go around to our Sojourn. We have a soldier now, but our Sojourn is in a much better position to deal damage and get picks, so I go to help her. Healing the monkey as much as I can. I don't know how both of our DPS just died instantaneously, but I get the res. I would have preferred to res the Sojourn, but the soldier was a safer bet. I did not want to take any unnecessary risks. I don't really love where the soldier is positioning because it makes it so that I can't play around this corner on the right side while damage boosting him. I'll have to be out and have a chance that the enemy could see me. Our Sojourn comes back and is playing on the right high ground, which makes it perfect for me because now I can position exactly where I want to. Swapping to damage boosting soldier since our Sojourn is on the low ground and doesn't really have much vision of any of the enemies. I'm trying to figure out what my team's plan here is, but I honestly have no clue. A Valking, since the fight looks like it's about to start and I want to be able to reach everybody without putting myself at risk. Keeping Ana alive is top priority here, and after that it's to damage boost the DPS. Luckily, it works out. We won. Yippee! Rank was gained, everybody was happy except the enemy, I assume. It was a overall pretty good game. It was a game I had a lot of fun in. I really enjoyed it because it was much more challenging movement-wise than a lot of the games I've been having recently. Not to mention that I got to do a lot of damage, which is always exciting for a Mercy because, you know, that's not what you primarily do. I hope you learned something from this water review. Maybe I'll do some more in the future. Maybe I'll go back to the text format. Though I feel like this way is better at conveying instead of the short version. Thank you for watching the video. You know what YouTubers say? You should like the video, subscribe, whatever, share it with your mom or something. I don't know. Just, if you feel like it, that would be nice. Here's another video you could watch, or you could watch, whatever. Maybe I'll see you in the next Overwatch game. Maybe not. Bye bye.